Hello everyone, welcome to a first in the series for Foundation. So, let's get establishing a position. So, let's see. Let us stick our village centre about there. There we go. We'll also then pick a well, put nearby. And then we shall need a gathering hut up here. And a stonecutter camp up there. And then I think what we'll also do is build a lumber camp over as far to the edge as we can. Like that. And then put a sawmill sort of right next to it. Okay, so that's now done. Now we need to assign some jobs to these people. So we'll have 4 builders, and what we'll do then is we'll just let them get on with it. So let's just speed it up like that, because otherwise it's just going to be boring for you guys to watch. So we've got the gathering hut, and we've got the stone cutter, and we've got the lumber camp over here. So let's have a look at our numbers. So if we have a woodcutter, a stone cutter, a forager, and a carpenter, that should cover everything. And of course, yes, the extraction zone. So let us put in the extraction zone there. And that extraction zone there, and then let's just increase that and just put it all around here like that. So we essentially want all of those trees cleared. Now the good thing obviously about choosing a coastal area is that we can then eventually get fish, and that will help bolster the essentially what is the food production, so that's good. Now obviously up here we've got that. Now if I remember rightly, a granary doesn't have too bad an effect. Now obviously what we need to do, so there's the zoning areas, the desirability for residential. See, it's not very good up here. Pretty low down there. It's going to be relatively lowish round here. So there's not really a lot of options we have at the moment. But see, what I'm thinking is if we put a granary there, and then what we'll do is we'll stick a market in as well, like so. A food market sort of here, just outside, just by the crossroads where everything is. And we'll put a food stall sign up to try and improve the splendour of it. And we'll stick some barrels down the side, like so. Whoops. So we'll put some barrels down that side, and some barrels down the other side, sort of they contain most of the product. There we go. So that's going to be how that looks there, and I think we're quite pleased with that. As you can see, the carpenter has no work to do because the carpenter's hut has not yet been built, so we'll put that as a priority. So we've got 1 out of 3 woodcutters assigned. Well is now complete. Now, as you can see, the well has increased the desirability of this area. So what I'm thinking is I might start sort of using wells and planting them sort of certain areas to improve the desirability. Because obviously that's something that I've got to keep an eye on. Now, it could be possible that, well, let's just try it as a general experiment to put a well up the top here. See, that improves the desirability in that area. Now, the trouble is that's iron ore, and you've got stone over here, so that's going to get dragged down by the mines being there, and obviously the woodcutters. But we also got wood cutting over here as well, and stone. So this is it. The managing of the desirability is a bit of a tough nut. It's not something that easy to crack. Obviously, if it's a tough nut, it wouldn't be. So, ideally, if I could find... See, the thing is this resource doesn't really go away in any kind of serious way. I mean, if I could clear all of that, that would be nice. But I also want to find an area for reforestation when I get the forester, so that I can essentially sort of rebuild the resources. Obviously, stone never goes away, technically speaking, or at least as far as I've seen. But unfortunately, because of the nature of the map, I mean, these are nice, lush areas here. And it could take a couple of moves to get out to here. So yeah, you can see the desirability is low. But it's difficult because there's not really a lot of information available as to how to sort of guarantee desirability. Obviously, you need kind of resources nearby, their jobs nearby, but then if they're a stonecutter, you don't want that too close because of the negative effect that the stonecutter and the woodcutters have, which is why I've sort of put them over there and then over there, so they're not affecting this area here. Now, obviously, the gatherer's hut has minimal effect, and see, Antonia's doing that. Can we? No, we have no other villagers available. So that means everybody's doing the job. And eventually, once we get this built, we're going to need to repurpose one of our troops here. Probably a builder, maybe the lowest level builder out of all of them. In order to get them as the market trader. So that's obviously been built. Now, I haven't built a thing over the top of it. Even though it increases the splendor, it still it means it can cause problem if you don't have enough cloth or ability to get cloth. So at the moment, I'm leaving it. I'm not worried. So I will also have to do some reading up on additional bits and pieces relating to desirability and all that kind of stuff, because obviously I want to try and make the campaign be as successful as I possibly can, with a bustling town and city, though I don't believe you call it a city until it actually has a cathedral in it, and I don't know if you get that option, but we'll see. Now that's marked as high priority at the moment, and you can see they're lacking stone. So what we got to do is go here and assign another builder, Robin and Lucy now, to do that. Now you can see that I don't like. So what I'm going to do is I am going to paint that in as forbidden area. Like that. So they'll have to find a different route that's maybe a bit safer. There we go. So at least now they go round it. Just smooth that out a little bit. There we go. So at least now they move sort of a bit closer to the edge, or less close to the edge is what I meant. So there we go. We're now missing the resources of the stone, which hopefully we should have those resources shortly. And the gatherer continues. Antonia, good stuff. Now you can see there the woodcutter, and they're still waiting for stone over there. There we go. Now bringing more stone in. So there you go. The granary is now complete. So what we can do is we can assign berries to all 4 slots. Obviously, once we get the fishing huts, we'll be able to assign fish to that area. And is that ready yet? No, it's still not done. Oh, planks, that's the reason why. So there we go, there's another well up here. Now that has increased. See, the desirability is still relatively low up there, which is not great. So this is waiting for a builder. And let's see, because... let's make the carpenter a builder now. And Rupert's doing that work. So Rupert's going to bring that in and do his thing, so to speak. And get the carpenter up and running as quickly as possible. Now we've still got all of these trees that can then be cut down. There we go. The sawmill is now complete. So let us take... there we go. Emma can now be a carpenter. There we go. So Emma is now the carpenter, and you can see each of these buildings has a cost, and we obviously need to keep an eye on that. Now the thing is, we're also going to need somebody as a transporter. So we're going to have one as a transporter there, but the trouble is, that's still not built yet. So hopefully, once some planks have been made, we can actually get that sorted. And then make that person, there we go, the market is complete. A market trader, there we go. So granary, so extra gold for that. Newcomers, completed market. So, let us go in here. Market, fantastic. Now, what we should be able to do is, once we get enough planks, create up a trade agreement with a nearby town of Northbury. And let's see if there's any unemployed. So there's no unemployed right now. So we've got obviously carpenter doing their work. You've got the lumber camp also. And the thing is, eventually we'll get a forester in that area as well. Probably a bit closer, sort of down here. And that sort of like bunch will just work on the repopulation of the wood resource. So that's going to be the direction we're going to go with that. Now, let's see. We do, I believe, need more wood. Hello. Oh good, 2 people have decided to join the city, or to join the town. Now, let's see, because... okay. Now we could put another well over there. And see what happens. Let's see. So, desirability there is still low. So we've still got a stonemasons for a polished thing, and obviously it needs cloth. So we're going to wait and hold off on the stonemason until we've got enough planks here. Because what we're going to need to do is create 20 planks. No other villagers can be assigned. See, we've got 18 at the moment. There we go. Here we go. I am your humble servant. So we've got a new quest. Unlock the warehouse. Promote newcomers. Villagers' lack of spacing. The new residential area is available. Rustic church and Lord Manor. The splendour of your villagers now unlocked a new tier, and villagers lack spacing. So we're going to see that probably quite a bit. Now, what we might be able to do is create this as a residential area. It means it will clear some of the trees. But this is the thing, you see, I'm worried about clearing that and causing problems. You see, so at least now, with this as residential, what I also want to do is build the Lord Manor up here. Now, you can see here, this Lord Manor can go in there. And literally, all I'm just going to build is just that for the time being. We can build other stuff later. We want to maintain our sort of positive gold income, because otherwise it will just create problems if we start building stuff too much. I mean, once we start to hit more than 500, then we'll have to build some towers and other stuff like that to take the money and other bits and bobs. And we've just built it on the edge there, so it should be okay. And we're not going to stick a banner on it or anything like that, because that will just require additional wool materials like cloth that we don't have. And essentially what we'd be doing is creating a problem for ourselves. Now, let's have a look, because we can now set that up. Trading resource, let's set this up to be 50 berries. And we will buy and then sell as well. Yeah, we'll sell until above that value. Okay. And also, we need to go here and we need to unlock the warehouse. Now, the warehouse, as you can see, negative effect everywhere. So what I'm thinking is it might be worth us sort of putting it here, down on the edge, nearby the stone, or relatively near the stone, and the woodcutter, so they don't have to go very far. So they can take the wood to there, they can take the planks to there, and then the stone obviously will have to be transported down through the pathways. So that's an option for us. There you go, nice house being built. And can we get more desirability areas is the question. Now, you can see there, we get 10 gold, desirability low, desirability low, desirability low, desirability low. We're going there. Now, the reason I've chosen that is to facilitate more residential and also fishing when it comes to it. So, not that they're going to need residential in the sea, I have to say. So let's just remove that. I like the noise as well. It's like, the adding is like chalk, writing with chalk on a board. And the removal is like a stone being dragged over another stone, like a big heavy stone. It's a nice effect, I like it, you know. So, let's have a look to see what our other options are. So we've got a warehouse. And obviously what we want to do is we want to get the fisher's hut there. But we'll only be able to get that once we've got the Lord Manor built. And we can start to say, okay, let's train some more serfs, so to speak. So that's the direction we're going to go in regard to that. And let's see if we can figure out what the next plan of action is. Now, I would obviously... See, the thing is, this is a good area because you've got the iron. Now you've got a nice area here, and here, and here, which will be good for sort of residential areas. But it could be that we end up with enough money to go in that direction. But we don't want to build an extra tower for the Lord Manor until the money gets close to 500, which is not at the moment. Now, there we go. Assign another villager to that. Assign... We've got 2 villagers on that. And then let's have another villager on that. And... No, okay, we've only got 1 villager available for moving berries around, which is fair enough. Oh, hello. We shall assist the clergy, or, See, it says rewards, that's a point, tools. I'm keeping it all, sorry. So we need to go resources. This needs to be set to, I would say, 50 tools. Like that. And then we need to buy until the inventory allows. Now, we need to build the warehouse. Oh, hello. This is the only thing that's a bit annoying, is it disappears and you have to go and find the bloody map again. Like that, see? But the thing is, early access, you know, it's not the end of the world. Now, that is the warehouse being built. Excellent. So once that's complete, So they're waiting for a builder. Do we have any unemployed builders? So we've got a builder over here. Where is Virginia? Okay, so she's doing things. Picking up resources, I assume. Yeah, collecting berries, all that kind of stuff. So she'll be fine with that. But if I'm right in thinking, I think we've only got a single builder in there. So we've got the market trader, the carpenter, stone cutters, foragers. We could probably do with more foragers, but until we get more people in, we don't really have a lot of options. We just have to do the bare minimum to get the resources in to do what we need to do. Now, obviously, if we take this area, then we've got another forager's hut nearby, which will be helpful. Another house. Fantastic. Which is the kind of thing we want. Obviously, desirability is not high. That's going to limit the amount of capacity. We've got it automatically set to housing density to be upgraded when possible. So yeah, I'd say that's not too bad. Now, which reminds me, I'm wondering if decorative bush. There we go, look at that. Oh wow, that really increases the flipping desirability for us quite significantly. So what we'll do is we'll put some more down here like this, and another there, I think. There we go. And I think also in there to sort of counteract the undesirability of that area, and the same here as well. Nice wooden gate. Hello. So obviously now, hello, Lord Manor is complete. Okay, Lord Manor. So let's just get back over here again. Lord Manor is ready to go. And there we have it. Hello, Lord Manor. And we need to put the Great Hall treasure option in. There we go. And then we can promote a villager to be a serf. So that's good. So I'm happy with that. And it looks good up on the hill there. The Lord Manor. Obviously, maybe we can start building other bits and pieces. Now, I'm wondering if a market will help with the desirability. Oh, heavens above, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. So what I think might happen is if we put a market there and start construction, then they'll have water, they'll have food, all kinds of things that they'll need for improving the general situation. So, and also, for those who are not aware, very pleased to see that the developers of this game, Foundation, actually tweeted out my my sneak peek. So, I was very pleased about that. And that's my friend Roy from China. So, okay. Let's see. So, there obviously water, the market. Now, another thing obviously that we have options to build is the warehouse. Now, is the warehouse built yet? No, it's not yet. So, we're still waiting for a builder. Okay. So, what is Virginia up to? What is she doing? Oh, she's building all that. Okay. Let's put that to high priority, so Virginia will then move to that one. Oh, hello. Bypassing a village. Or passing the village and decided to join. Welcome. So, let's see. Now, what we're also going to do is increase the what was it? Decorative bush there to make it even more desirable. Now, Let's build some more. Put a few down here, just to keep the place looking nice. And then, obviously, one over here. And one there. Okay. So we kind of got like a glut of decorative bushes, which is nice. Oh, which reminds me actually, we could probably do with some up here. Like that. And so, okay, so what we've got now, hopefully, is the warehouse, which we have. So let's put wood, planks, stone, and tools. There we go. So we've now completed our first trade route. So now what should happen is that we should be buying in tools that we may need, which is good. So we can improve the situation. Now, do we have the ability? No, we don't. Still 500 gold to move. See, that's going to be a nice area there. We'll see. Anyway, let's have a look to see what our options are for unlocking stuffs. See, Fisher's Hut is going to be the first one, but we haven't had the opportunity to promote anybody. You see, so that's the situation we've got there. And there we go. House has been completed. How lovely. Which is kind of the desirability and thing that we're after. So, see, residential desirability, good fertility, iron ore. Let's keep that on. So, a couple of fishing huts along here to improve the situation. The market up the top here that's being built. Decorative bushes to improve the desirability. I'd say that's not too shabby, really, a good start. I do like having the Lord Manor up on the hill there. A nice doorway. So it derps me out if they can't access that doorway. You know, whatever. So, let's see. What else can we build? So, there is, right, a rustic church. Now, we could, in theory, put a rustic church over here. Sort of about there. Now, obviously, we got to be careful with this, because there's the doorway to the rustic church, and it will need a tower in it, like so, which is nice. And then right up the top, we'll put a lovely reminder to Jesus Christ of the thing that he was nailed to. God, I can only imagine how much of a PTSD that must be for him. Hello, we're now promoting people. We promote, and then we leave it at that. So we're now at minus 60, unfortunately. So we've now completed our first promotion. Long live the loot, king. Okay. So our army is growing stronger. So now we've created the church. The church will be added. Oh, we got an envoy. So let's go and see our envoy and see what he's after. Hello, envoy. So we got to deliver 30 berries. Let's deliver it to the clergy. So we got 60 days to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to stockpile those berries quickly. So if we go to here and then we do stockpile like that, and we'll also see, so we'll make that a forager. Whoops, they don't have space, so let's make them a transporter and a transporter. Now they don't have space either, which is a bit of a bugger, but we'll give them time. Let's see, that will be, let's make them a builder. So, oh my goodness, so you can see here the market is now being built, which is where we'll sell more berries, and obviously to increase the desirability of this area along with the nice bushes. And in fact, let's add in a food stall sign like so, and also some barrels on one side and somewhere to sit on the other like that. Lovely. So that now is ready to go. Obviously it's just got a few more planks required. Now let's have a look at this. So we've got Emma and Reinhardt in there. We've got Dominique and Florence in there. And we've got Robin and Lucy in the stone. So that's good. I'm quite pleased with that. And so we shall leave it there for the inaugural episode of Foundation. And also, let's see, sort by arrival. Workplace list. There's the help. And somewhere here we can name it. So I'll name it to Chadtopia eventually. And we'll go from there. So you can see now we're stockpiling the berries to try and get the berries in as quickly as possible, making our life a little bit easier, if nothing else. There we go. So you can see that area now being cleared of wood pretty significantly. This will be cleared also. So there you have it, boys and girls. That has been the first episode. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you come back and watch more. I'll see you later. Cheers, guys.